Okay, we're going to wrap up session 2-1 for tutorial 2. We're going to finish up with some formatting, some cell that we need to kind of clean up a little bit. We're at the middle of page 77, and it says to select the range E7 to E15. If you look what's in E7 to E15, you'll see its numbers. And this is a negative number, the 124. If you look over here, we subtracted C8 from D8. Well, evidently region 2 during the current year sold less than they sold in year 2011. So they have a negative number here. They sold less. So that shows up here because we have a number, format. It shows up as a number in a parentheses, and for those of you who know, that means it's a negative number. Same thing for here in row 11. It's a negative number because we sold less in 2012 than we did in 2011. So the accounting people, they don't want it to show up in parentheses. They actually wanted to show it in a more robust way. So what it wants us to do is go to the Home tab. We're going to click on the number group, the dialog box. Now here's what we're going to do. You'll see this down arrow here. We're going to click on this, and it's going to give us some more options. Remember, we talked about the dialog box. We get more options here now. We have a couple of them. We have number, we have currency, we have alignment stuff that we can do, font, border, fill, protection. We're going to learn about those things, but first thing we're going to do today is we're just going to make this look a little bit differently. So I'm on the top of page 78, and it says in the category box on the left side of the format cell box, click the number. So we're going to click over here on number, and now here's my options for what we want the number to look like. Here's our current one. It's highlighted. It has negative numbers in parentheses. We're going to change that. Okay. First thing we're going to do is we're going to verify that 0, the decimal places, the decimal places are at 0. That's what we did up here. Remember, we went to decrease the decimal places. It is at 0. Okay. We want to use the thousand separator. That's our comma for between the thousands. Okay, first, now what we're going to do, in the negative numbers box, we're going to click on this here. Okay, we're going to click on that so that it is selected, and then we're going to press OK. So now my negative numbers aren't in parentheses anymore, but they're actually having negative behind it. If I wanted to make them red, all I had to do is go here, click on the red, and now my negative numbers are in red. Okay, click back down here. I can put them both red and in parentheses if I wanted to do that. I have a lot of different options that I can do here. The text says to go to show with a negative sign, and that's what we'll do. Okay, so now we're at the bottom of page 78, and we're going to quickly just set our border color. Okay, so we're going to select the non-adjacent range B6 to F6. B6 to F6, and then I'm going to release my left button on my mouse. I'm going to push the control button and hold, and then select B17 to F17. B17 to F17. So now again, I've highlighted them, I've selected them, and I'm telling Excel what I do to this one, I'm going to do to this row here too. Okay, so then we're going to go to the font group on the Home tab, and we're going to click on the border arrow to give me my options. We're going to click on more borders, and now I have even more borders that I can choose from. Okay, remember when we clicked on the number dialog box, it showed me this. If I were to click on the alignment one, it would show me this. Well, it's wanted to know, I went to the border block here, and so this is what it's showing me. These are my different typical borders that I can use. Okay, and the top of page 79, it says in the line group, let's see, there's a line group, a preset, a border, color. My line group, it says click the color arrow. Okay, right here. So here's my automatic numbers, all my numbers that I have here, all my colors that I have here. We're going to click green, which is the sixth color on the standard chart. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is green. It's not light green, it's green. We want to click on this. So now it's showing me what it's going to look like because I picked green. Now we're going to press OK. And now when I unselect, it doesn't show up here. But when we print, this is going to be, those lines are going to be green. Okay. All right, pretty simple stuff, pretty easy to understand. This is the fun one for me for this, the end of section 2-1. We're at the top of page 80. We're going to do copy and paste functions, but we're going to actually copy and paste a format. What we've been doing so far when we copy and paste is we've been copying either a formula or text. Well, now we're going to be able to show you how to format, how to copy a format. Okay. If you'll notice, everything I did here in this section here, I went down to the same thing down here. Well, if I had 100 of these going down this whole column from A to F, if I went down and I had 100 of these, I wouldn't want to do it individually. I'd want to do it some way where I can just do them to them all. Let me show you how to do that. Okay, we are going to go to the documentation sheet, making it the active sheet, and we're going to select A1 to A2. Okay, so I selected A1 and A2. Remember we manipulated these, we made extra comp a different font size, different colors with inside the text. Okay. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to press my Format Painter. Now up here in the clipboard, I can do copy, cut, and paste. You're used to that. You know how to do these things. I know you know how to copy and paste, how to cut and paste. We're going to click on the Format Painter. And because I have A1 and A2 as the active cells, the highlighted cells, when I click Format Painter, Excel says, okay, you're going to format paint, you're going to use this format to paint someplace else. Notice what my cursor did too. I've got the white cross with a paintbrush. And that's telling me, okay, you selected Format Painter. You have selected the format that's in here, not the text, not any kind of number, not a formula. You have selected for me to copy the format of these two cells. Okay, so I've selected that. We're going to go to the yearly sales tab like we were before. I'm still have my Format Painter selected because my cursor still has the white cross with the paintbrush. All I have to do is click on the yearly sales tab and then select range A1 to A2. Now the book says select A1 to A2. Watch what happens when I just click on A1. It automatically does what I want it to do. It clicked and it formatted the two of them. Okay, I'm going to get out. Now the thing that troubles me sometimes is that it didn't do my comp. It didn't do that. So let's go back and do it the way that the book says to do it. We've got here what I'm going to do. I have to go back here to the documentation page. I'm going to Format Paint. I'm going to go back to the yearly sales tab, select both of them, and it did the same thing. Okay. So now what we're going to do is the comp was not included in the pasted formatting, just like it says in the bottom at the end of instruction 3. So I'm going to double click on A1. I'm going to select comp inside that cell. This is how I'm going to show you how to do it. We're going to go back up to our color tab, select red, and then I'm going to enter. When I press enter, I am out of the Format Paint mode. Okay, and now you can see that that is how it was supposed to be. Okay, we're going to learn more about Format Painter when we do the rest of this in section 2-2. But for now, I want to show you that that's pretty easy for us to do. Okay, the point that I was trying to make was if I were to just format this particular section here, once I'm done and I'm happy with the way it turns out, I can select the entire section, click on Format Painter, and then go down here and do the same thing to that. And we'll see how that looks towards the end of 2-2. So that's it for 2-1. Good luck with doing this stuff. We'll come back later on and we'll start with 2-2, and we will go from there and be good with tutorial 2. Thanks.